from Kisii County.
Okay.
Good morning, Diana.
Morning.
Yes, talk to us.
Nilikuwa na mtoto.
Yes.
Hiyo mkubwa alikuwa 4 years na pia alikaa mgonjwa. Wakasema alikuwa na severe pneumonia. Hello?
Yes, hello, we can hear you, Diana.
Ni Diana kutoka Kisii.
Yes, Diana.
Kuna mtoto wangu alikuwa na walimwangalia wakapata wakasema kuna severe pneumonia.
Diana?
Wakaanza kumpea antibiotics.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, wakampea antibiotics.
Walipompea antibiotics mtoto hakuwa na change. Mtoto wakaendelea kumpea tukamchange hospitali, tukampeleka hospitali nyingine pia hana change. Tena tukampeleka hospitali nyingine tena hana change. Bado wanaendelea kumpiza dawa, wanasema ako na severe pneumonia. Mwisho mtoto aliniacha.
Alright.
Sasa walivoniacha mtoto wakati alikufa wakasema wacha wampige x-ray ya chest. Waangalie ni nini kwa sababu walikuwa wanampiza dawa lakini hakuwa na change. Walivompiga x-ray wakapata lung moja ka affected, ilikuwa white. Sasa ni 2 weeks tangu tumzike. Niko na mtoto mdogo mwenye ako na 7 months size. Alianza kukaa na hizo symptoms za huyo mkubwa venye alikuwa nazo tena. Nikamkimisha hospitali, wakampima, tulitoa kikozi tukapima sisi wote, lakini mtoto alivyopima pia kikozi akapatikana pia kwa sawa huyu mdogo. Wakampiga tena x-ray mtoto mdogo sasa hivi. Wakasema wacha waanze kumpatia dawa za TB. Sasa nimeanza kumpatia sasa hivi ni 2 weeks tangu aanze hizo dawa. Sasa mimi nilikuwa nataka nijue ni nini ilisumbua mtoto mkubwa kwa sababu pia huyu mdogo anaanza hizo symptoms. Ugonjwa haikuwa inaonekana. Sasa hivi huyu mdogo ndo naendelea kumpatia tu dawa hivyo tu. Sasa nataka uulize daktari ni nini.
Alright.
Ndio sijui. Huyo mkubwa alianza kukaa week. Nilikuwa namuuliza mama unasikia vipi vibaya, ananiambia ni miguu. Mguu alafu alikuwa weak. Alafu alikuwa anasikia kukohoa lakini anashindwa kutoa kikohozi.
Alright. Sawa, asante sana Diana for that question, Daktari. Clearly she has a lot of concerns. Constant referrals, none is working for them. Now the eldest child also being succumbed and one also being diagnosed with severe pneumonia.
Okay.
Then what happens?
So first of all, pole sana Diana for losing your child. It's very painful. And from what I heard, the child actually had a pneumonia that was complicating. And unfortunately, she says after they did the x-ray, postmortem, the one lung was white. So that means that lung was quite affected with the pneumonia. And there's a possibility it could have been tuberculosis. That's how it presents also, with pneumonia that is not responding to usual antibiotics. So for this second child, it's a good thing someone has started on anti-tuberculosis, and I'm hoping that the child is actually really improving on the medicines, and it would be good for the adults in that house also to be screened for TB in case there is actually undiagnosed tuberculosis, because young children get the TB from adults. So I believe she will respond well if that is tuberculosis. And I would recommend if she can also just consult us and we walk the journey together in case there's anything else predisposing this younger child to get those symptoms, including any underlying medical conditions, so that we also support them. Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about treatment. We're coming to the tail end of this conversation. What are the treatment options available for both pneumonia and tuberculosis in children? How long does treatment take, and how does it look like for a child?
Okay, so for non-severe pneumonia, meaning the child has cough, fever, chest pains, fast breathing, and is able to eat, is going about their business, we usually just give oral antibiotics, and it can take 5 days to 7 days. If it's severe, we do up to 10 to 14 days of high-dose amoxicillin. Unless the child is allergic to that, then we switch to different medications. For severe disease where the child is not feeding, is breathing very fast, is using a lot of effort to breathe, we recommend the child to be in the hospital so that we give the oxygen therapy and intravenous antibiotics until the child is able to feed and the breathing is good, then we discharge on oral antibiotics. So in total that can take about 10 to 14 days of treatment. If there is complications of pneumonia, that now shifts. It takes a longer time to clear that, and therapy is directed to clear why is it complicating. So that can take even 4 weeks to clear severe complicated pneumonia. It can take a longer time. For TB now is a different treatment regime. The tuberculosis bacteria is very slow growing. It is resistant to many of the usual antibiotics. It hides in the cells. So the treatment needs at least 4 drugs to start the intensive phase. We have 2 phases, intensive phase and the continuation phase. And this is just for tuberculosis that is sensitive to those medicines. So we have core drugs that we usually give, 4 drugs for 2 months, and then after that we continue with 2 drugs for another 4 months. So that is 6 months in total, the usual treatments. If it's severe tuberculosis affecting other organs like the brain, the bones, that one now we prolong therapy as well for almost up to 9 months to a year. If it's a resistant one, it's now a different problem. That one is managed as specialists because we call that MDR tuberculosis. It's resistant to the usual medicines. That one, the medicines are unique. They have to be tailored to the culture, the sensitivity results that are out. There are several other medicines we choose from, and we give them for a longer period also. So usually we used to give for 24 months up to when the symptoms are better, and then up to 48 months. So you see that's a year to 2 years. But the good thing is there's shorter versions that are now available that have tried to shorten the regime. So for that one, we treat it as specialized centers with specialists who have the capability to manage that. So if we are in an area where tuberculosis is very high, the child is always getting treated for TB, that one qualifies to be investigated in case there is the resistant bacteria that is there. But the medicines are available. Majority of children are cured after treatment with tuberculosis, especially if we pick it early before it causes damage to the lungs. Yeah.
And I love that you've also brought in that point, because we don't want it to look like it's a dead sentence. You're talking about tuberculosis, it affecting the bones and the lungs and whatnot. But what would you tell a parent who, of course, is skeptical, about TB and also just going to the hospital? Anaona mtoto anakohoa lakini anasema hii ni kidogo sana. What would you tell such parents who are reluctant on, just going for medical help?
Yeah, so they should not be reluctant. They should not be stigmatized for if they have tuberculosis. It is a treatable disease, TB inatiba, and majority of the time we treat it and it actually clears from the system. So when we get it early, we clear it. It is treatable. So they should not be reluctant and wait for the disease to really progress. They should come early if they suspect there is tuberculosis. If an adult had TB and the children are coughing and suffering, they should bring them so that we start them on treatment early enough, and the disease is treatable. Yeah.
All right. And of course, I promise that the far end will give you a chance to just refer. We'll give viewers a chance to contact you. Maybe you can now give us where we can find you and your contacts as well, Dr.
All right, thank you. So I'm usually here in Nairobi. I have a clinic at the Gertrude Children's Hospital in Nairobi, and also I help other hospitals around Nairobi. So I'm reachable. if there's any concerns or any chronic lung problems. I'm a pediatrician, so I would support any childhood respiratory problems that are of concern, and we are available even on phone. You can send the x-rays that are looking suspicious so that we just advise on the next step. Yeah.
Another one thing on phone, which phone? As we wind up, and I'm eating into my director's time.
So there's a phone that you can share on WhatsApp, the x-rays or the results for support, 0721 296 302, and any of the concerns about respiratory problems, and you can also come to our centers for support.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. for making time for us to have this conversation. That is Dr. Evelyn Agisa Kegode, consultant pediatrician and chest specialist at Gertrude's Children's Hospital, speaking with us about pneumonia and tuberculosis on children. It can be prevented at very early stages, that is pneumonia, and like she said, TB in a TIBA. Do not be scared. That brings us to the end of this segment. You're watching Morning Cafe. My name is Anne Odida. Good morning.